Standard rate is usually 100 euro for 20 minutes.
What's your tip?
It depends on where they're coming. Dutchmen are usually very stingy. There's still, in the Netherlands, a lot of skepticism around businesses that accept a lot of cash. In sex work, you're doing a lot of cash. Government's one thing. You can still get discriminated. Banking. In some senses, it can feel very second class.
Really? Convince me.
So up and down, yeah.
我们今天的时候就是要去荷兰的红灯区，有没有找到一个性工作者？然后我们要去探索他一天，问他就是这个行业的一些内容跟秘辛，想要了解他，然后还要了解为什么会被人家坑杀。自古以来最古老的行业就是性工作，所以呢，我一直来对他们是非常尊重的。靠自己赚钱本来就很 OK 啊，
还是苦力活嘞。
本来就是要没有偷没有抢，自己有能力嘛，自己有行情就不能赚。
Ling, she's from Taiwan.
What's her name?
Pseudonym.
I was gonna use like candy or something.
Candy.
它的花名叫做糖果。
哎，刚刚讲，像我在酒店，我叫草原的草。
Her name is Grace.
Maybe my name should be Grace. Then.
Yeah.
Should I do it this way?
I look like candy
Yeah,
more because I'm not like a normal celebrity because I always agree about the life about the sex. It's a fair. Everybody in the world it should be the equal. I need money and I need a life.
Yeah.
So I have to do this. I use my beauty. I don't want to waste the time. And then when I I need to do something.
Yeah.
So I come to find you today. I think we have a dentist.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come off as like very rude. You worked in the club, you know business. You have to be like, you get paid and then you do your service.
Oh no.
It's true.
You should. If someone lied to you, you protect by yourself. It's a good way. 因为他刚开始他是跟我们收钱. You start him about the interview and then she wants you a judge first. I think it's a good way to tell the girl it's a right. Yeah, because so many liars in the world. Everything is a lie. In the world. We need to tell a fairy tale. I think every job should be need to people respect. They need to more protect.
And also all the respect.
Downstairs is you show the people in the street, right? 然后走上来2楼就是你决定要进来坐在这边的地方是有这个床 and it's a bathroom.
There's a bathroom in here. You want to see the bathroom?
He went to the yesterday
Yes.
and then the girl say no, you cannot use the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's so strange, but you can go see it. It's a very simple bathroom.
它其实可以洗澡哎，这是那个马桶，然后还有淋浴间。
So they can come if they want to. They can take a shower.
I think that shower is very important, right?
They're actually just people who wash in the sink. They've already been walking around for a bit. They've been window shopping. They're already super horny, and taking a shower takes time.
Take it time.
So I have them wash their hands and their with hot water and the soap.
Do some so-called foreplay.
Nay, I mean, what happens usually is men are walking around, and you can see the same people walking around like all day long, you know? They're like making their rounds and they're building up their confidence. People are getting so horny just looking around, looking at all these hot girls. They kind of know, okay, I want you and I want to go have sex with you. Standard in Amsterdam is like a suck, right? You advertise for 20 or 30 minutes, however long. It usually lasts like 7 minutes. It's very, very quick. And you start with a bit of a hand job, give them a blow job, so, you know.
They are horny already.
They're already horny!
So you don't need a lot of foreplay.
那跟我不一样，因为我很重视。
She need more
Yeah, I need
foreplay.
more foreplay too.
给他做这件事不会觉得是工作吗？还是他会选他比较有感觉的男生
Like will you choose the customer?
？You need your handsome, right?
You need
The only discrimination I make with the client is if I think they're going to be safe or not. I don't necessarily take customers based on looks. You can probably make no money. Safe
Oh,
enough is
see,
good.
here you have a ring. 这边有一个。
Oh, don't press it. There's one here. So there's also
哦
one.
床底下也有一个
If someone to punch
Shock
you
you.
or like
Doing violence
Yeah, you
is.
can. Usually the customer is the person laying down, right? And if you're over them and they're doing something, you can just like. But I also mistakenly do it.
They don't know, right?
Do it with my knees sometimes.
Oh.
They will not alarm, right? It just secretly.
No, it gets really loud. The red one is like the loud one.
Yeah.
The black one is a secret one.
这边是会吵的吗？
It's very noisy. It makes people shit their pants.
How long you do this job? How old when you began?
I'm not gonna say that. I'll say I've been working in the windows in Amsterdam for the last few months. So
这种东西应该想到就做吧，有钱有什么不能做？
But I've been doing sex work for a few years. I would say the windows in Amsterdam are one of the safest places I've seen for sex work.
And agents know the government or the area to protect them. So the police always arrest them and then maybe customer treat them so bad. So I feel bad. I feel so bad. How is the Asian girl in here?
Possible for Asian girl to work here?
Yeah, so you can work here as like a different nationality than outside of Europe. There's a lot of fetishization of it, so it can get very tricky. You can make a lot of money, but it also comes at the expense of like, are you willing to fetishize yourself in that way.
Oh, how is your tip? Like they will give a lot of tip.
It depends on where they're coming from. And Dutchmen are usually very stingy.
哦，
荷兰的人基本上就是明码标价，好文雅的说法，就是谈多少就是多少。
对啊，那种你被削了。
对
Did you tip?
And then go inside, she said if you want to do more, you need 500.
Yes, that's no 500.
Yeah,
Whoa. And if you don't want to pay that amount of money, walk
just
away.
leave.
You can just
Just
leave,
leave.
right? Usually a standard rate is usually 100 euros for 20 minutes.
100 can have sex.
Yes.
Ever see the girl Cosman?
And anybody can be a customer. If you're a woman, man, trans, queer, and you can also be a couple.
We saw someone like fit.
Yeah, you can do foot.
Oh, yeah.
People that offer BDSM, if you want to offer anal sex, if you want to offer foot.
Have you like see some coworker very work hard?
Like one day he
Yeah,
can do a lot.
100%. I have so many colleagues. I mean, it's hard work, and people work hard.
How much average woman earn 1 week?
There's no standard. 4 people a day have higher rates and make a good money. There are people who see a lot of customers in one day, maybe charge a little bit less. But every different worker sets their own standard, and this is very important because this is the freedom that sex work offers people. Every time very specific.
因为基本上其实这个没有想象中那么轻松。
当然啦，这
因为
也不
对你
轻松的。It's not easy work. Yeah. I
对，所以实际上性工作者们他们也必须要想办法去吸引这些愿意掏钱的人，因为这是他的工作。
Because in Amsterdam, in particular, at first, actually, sex workers, if you were on the street or an unmarried woman or like a lower class Dutch woman, you were sent to the spin house, which was a prison system for women and sex workers, where they were forced to spin yarn. Sex workers were, if you couldn't be on the streets, they kind of maneuvered to like being in doorways, essentially. And then from there, that's when this tradition of like the windows started to happen, where, but still they didn't really have all the workers' rights. And it wasn't until like the 80s, 90s when a stronger sex workers' rights movement started happening in Amsterdam and the Netherlands, started to see the traditional workspaces happening. And then in the year 2000, there was a brothel ban actually for a long time in Amsterdam as well, and the brothel ban was lifted. And once brothels could then be a proper legalized in Amsterdam, then you start seeing these like what you see now, kind of like real brothel as a working space. There's a whole history and
The evolution.
exactly, and still now in the city of Amsterdam, to your toenails are super cute. I was very
I lose my nail.
very cute toenails. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of taste. I always see your eyeshadow. I like it. I like it.
Anyway, we're both pretty.
She also did a lot of makeup to show
I
her
want
respect.
to see you. 只要是在一个国家里面，他的性工作者要必须受到保护的话，他必须经过非常严格的法律保护。例如，你不可以不尊重他们，或你不可以打他们，你不可以去骗有什么黑吃黑的问题。If someone will cheating you, right? Government will protect you. Everything is okay.
So that's the complicated part sometimes. Right now, the sex work is legalized in the Netherlands. It's legalized in Germany. It's decriminalized in Belgium. There's still in the Netherlands a lot of skepticism around businesses that accept a lot of cash, right? In sex work, you're doing a lot of cash. Recently, there was a group of sex workers helped push legislation to ensure that banks don't discriminate against sex workers. Because the government's one thing. You can still get discriminated banking-wise, you can still get discriminated in your housing contract. Now, a lot of sex workers are working on the banking rights, so that, like, if I go to one of the big banks, if they can't deny me a bank account just because I'm a sex worker.
其实欧洲的这些人，他们都很会找理由，然后他不会直接说你是性工作不给你，还会故意跟你讲说你的收入可能不稳定，所以说你可能不适合开这个账户。
In some sense, it can feel very second class. The Netherlands is a very highly colonial country. Right?
Yeah,
It's very exclusionary. Like any other like Western and Northern European country, they're fortress. If you aren't Dutch, if you're not white, if you're a migrant, or you're not from here, or you speak a different language, all of these add barriers to what you're able to access.
As a sex worker, we don't know what word will imply.
In the Netherlands, sex worker is what's used most. You know, within community, we always use the word whore, but a lot of sex workers find that not a good word.
And hooker is
Hooker is okay. I like
hooker is
I like
okay.
it. I think that we should be reclaiming these words. Like queer is also a word that's been reclaimed, you know? It was what used to be a slur, but it's now not. And I think the more that we can reclaim these words, the more power we actually have. So prostitute is different.
Prostitute 是指妓女，
It's neutral, but it still has a derogatory.
Yeah.
就好像台湾会叫鸡，那他应该不喜欢被叫鸡，他会相信爱情吗？
Oh yeah, definitely believe in that. Like sex work, in some cases, it's kind of giving this like auxiliary love. But I'm not sexually attracted to men.
Yeah, because different people like a different way.
So for me, it's a very clear boundary between like what's my work and then what my
What's your life?
sexuality and what
Your
my
personal
romantic-
life. Do you have a mate now?
Mates?
Or
Man.
partner.
Do I have a partner? Yeah.
Oh, you have.
of course.
Oh.
So he can
He or
accept
she.
everything.
They-
But they know about my work. They've also dated other sex workers.
They are okay with your job.
100%.
I think that people like you, he need to like you, all you.
Yeah,
You
people
all.
who really struggle with that, whose partners like they'll accept it to an extent, but then there's still like a taboo or something around
Yeah.
it, or they have to really work to get their partner to understand the work, or sometimes there's still like underlying tension in some way. But there are people, there are sex workers who have incredibly loving and caring relationships in their lives with partners, with friends, with lovers, people who are polyamorous and doing sex work who have multiple lovers or multiple partners. Sex work doesn't make you unlovable. And I think that sometimes being a sex worker is also a turn on to partners. You're a sex worker.
Yeah,
Seem
it's
like more sexy.
I very like 这个职业。
Yeah, this is the job, a very hard job.
Yeah, very,
So
very
this is
like
just a profession.
他周赚这些钱之后，他想要做什么？
So what is your plan?
I also do porn. So I like shooting porn. I'm
you shoot
also a
porn.
photographer.
情欲相关的摄影师。
Oh, if you have a career and let me know. I very like the 色情行业，或是谁？
Photography.
Industry.
Yeah, I had a porn that was in Amsterdam Porn Film Festival, and it's going to be in Barcelona Film Festival as well.
你可以 show people how to 我们所谓的情欲。
Yeah, you can show how the real sexual part of
Because-
the movie.
Sensation.
I think the porn for men or for girls is a different way.
Yeah, totally different.
If I do the porn, I maybe want to let the girl can watch it and then feel comfortable.
Right. I think that you can also porn as a tool that attracts attention. Like sex work always attracts attention.
She always attract attention.
You always attract attention.
你要有
babe.
很多
I
注
think-
意力，吸引很多注
Yeah,
意力。
I actually think that if you attract attention, like there's a political obligation to speak out for rights. I mean, what you're doing, right? Like you say that you're doing a lot of work to like talk about women and also bringing this topic of sex work.
If you are new people, you can come to here to open the shop like this. Is easy or not?
The other political thing that's really important to know is that now of the Amsterdam municipality is that they're trying to close down the red light district. There's two things that happened, right? Like a BDSM community, right? So they lost their licenses for bars and other spaces.
他就是直接就不给你
不给你
更新的
license
执照。
The mayors started cutting back on how many places you could open up a brothel. And the municipality wants to move 100 of the windows and put them into like a big, on the edge of town.
They want to
Germany.
cancel the tradition.
Yeah, they want to cancel the tradition, exactly.
Let him fail.
We can go to the next, how to the real practical part.
Different community.
The different backgrounds and the different characteristics to have the real respect among all.
That's hot.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
Sexy.
Like sexy.
That's sexy. Respect
You
people's
will,
rights
you
is
will,
sexy.
you will get so many attack at first. Every people will protect you, only you. They will feel you are dumb.
Slut.
I am
You are slut.
yeah.
And if they're calling you a slut, it means that they're also.
And so many people call me bitch, and I say I am pretty,
the-
so you call me bitch, right? So I use this confidence and fire with everyone.
Yeah, exactly. When you're smiling, when you're actually beautiful, they can't fight back. Becomes your power, right?
Really, you can feel?
Yeah, you can, yeah. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. If you are different, and then people will think you are weird. But I'm different because I don't want to be with you. I use my way to take money. It's not wrong, right?
Also, here is the downstairs.
No?
Oh.
So we sitting here,
It's okay,
right?
yeah, you can.
I like the chair.
So this is the view you see outside.
Yeah, basically what people do, they come across the door. I can't open the door from the outside.
Oh, really?
So I can't open it. So you have to open it.
So it's a lock, right?
Yeah. So this is one of the protections, right?
You don't have any outfit, the roof.
You have to cover your clothes and you have to cover your.
Vagina.
Uh-huh.
You're like yes, 100 euros.
Yeah. Hi. 很多人这样来回在看我们呢。
是的，
讲
因为
到
刚松的那个角度看不到。Actually, just these 2 minutes, almost all the males are looking
在骂完他会有几个女孩同事抢个很热门的窗。
More dedicated customers will kind of go around the alleyway
Yeah.
and have this like search. And if you like attention,
Yeah,
yeah, right?
不同的时间是不同的女生吗？是
So the shifts are there's a day shift and a night shift. Yeah, in the day shift you can come at 10 and
Okay.
stay until 7 or so. And the night shift starts around 8 and goes until 6 a.m.
How's the community about the sex worker, like your colleague?
It's very tight knit. My
Okay.
first days working in the windows, there was a customer who was like not treating me well. You know, the passageway came up to the door. You know, I know that you had like 2 or 3, you know, girls in heels like looking really angry at you, and he was like terrified. He ran away.
So what he do to you?
He just came inside the door and tried to ask me for services and like just like pushed his way in. You know,
What are the customers?
customers are everybody.
So it's
People who
always a
immigrated.
different person.
It's always different. You know.
You like the younger?
I think older is more experienced.
Yeah, I like the older.
I don't expect pleasure out of my work. If it happens, it's great.
But 没有发生也 OK.
Have anyone come to here just want to talk with you? They don't want to sex.
The other day, I had someone who wanted me to read to them. So they wanted a sexy reading. I had somebody who talked to me about their relationships.
It's like a mentor.
Yeah, like a mentor, especially in really individualistic societies. It's really hard to make connection with people outside. Sometimes people will go to a sex worker for that kind of intimacy, and they know that because it's transactional, because cash is on the counter, and because you know it's going to last an amount of time, it creates a safer space for people to get intimate, for you could have deeper conversations sometimes.
So when you say people, they just want to find the person.
Oh, 100%. I've heard life stories, I've heard tragic stories, you hear stupid stuff, you know, you hear everything. Because a majority of my clients are men, I like someone who's very politically aware, both as a queer person and feminist. Like, I didn't have a lot of empathy for men, but doing sex work reinstills that empathy sometimes. When you see a lot of loneliness, when you see a lot of fear towards sexuality in their bodies.
这些人其实之所以会来，很多可能是因为他们先就是说他的社会状态上面出问题，所以
才会需要来。
对他需要有性服务。那他对这些人会
I know.
You will go to heaven.
I will go to heaven. People don't understand how when we push sex down, when we don't look at it, when we don't talk about it, it affects your mentality. You can't go for what you want. You suppress a part of yourself, and that's also psychologically very dangerous. One of the top rules of sex work is let the money turn you on. So I'm not working out here for male's attention. You know, I'm working out here to pay my rent. That's what's my pleasure. Is I know that sex work offers me the freedom to work when I want to work, be able to make good money sometimes.
Yes.
If I wasn't put into a 9-to-5 job, I would be so bored and my mental health would suck.
You have a free mind.
And it's funny because people come to you at sex work and be like, oh, you must have some kind of psychological problem. You must be really sad or depressed. And I'm like, if I came up to at least 90% of people who work behind a desk.
No, I cannot be the 90%. I'm very pretty sure. I like own my life. I can choose everywhere I can
But
go.
this is the thing. I think sex work and also creative work like doing video or doing YouTube allows for financial mobility for a lot of people. This is why it's so scary for people who are in power, because it gives like trans people, women, migrant women, racialized women financially a bit more mobile. And this is a threat to the system.
The money is the best. It's more than the normal job. I can take money in the short time and do what I want to do.
It's still a choice to participate in it.
Yeah, I would choose.
Yeah, right? It's nice. You would do so well.
Yeah, I would choose the, how to say, 固定的.
Regular customer.
You know him and he know you and you're to be a safe, right?
Yeah.
It's nice.
And can you teach her like what skills you attract the customer?
Honestly, I don't do too much. I get dressed, I put on some good music. Actually, I bring books.
So make you special.
Yeah, and like people will walk by and I'll look them in the eye. I'll do an up and down on them too. I'll be like,
Okay, so how much do you charge for a session?
my first ask is always 100 euros. And then sometimes you can barter a little bit. Sometimes they want more services. Like you have to know that you're giving them something.
Yeah, I did.
Do not correct her. Okay.
You want or not?
No.
You have to be nice at first. Like, hey darling, hey sweetheart.
Hey, darling,
Convince-
hey, sweetheart, come visit me.
Scary, no.
Hey, darling, sweetie, come visit me.
Go up and down, yeah. And backward.
How much?
How much you prepare?
No, you don't ask them. You always say your price.
500.
But I only have 50.
So waste my time. Get out.
That's actually perfect. You're wasting my time. Leave me
Yeah.
alone.
So what if I have 1,000?
Okay, you can come inside and then sleep here. If you want to go outside, give me 2,000.
I pay 2,000.
Yeah, and you sleep outside the door apparently. I love that.
And then you crawl
Crawl,
until
crawl.
others upstairs. Yes.
A dominatrix. It's in your blood.
I was doing 鞭子. I will punch the customer. My toe.
What next?
I have them go upstairs.
Go upstairs.
With the link.
Then I asked them to use the sink.
I need to clean for
No.
All in
He cleans himself.
Oh yes.
He cleans himself. And then I asked them usually to get to the bed.
Like this.
Perspective shot.
Take off your shoes. Take off your clothes. Okay,
POV.
take off this.
One
Where
next.
is your condom?
No, you have your own condoms. As a sex worker, you have your own condoms.
Yeah.
So can I bring my own?
You can bring your own, but I always use mine. I buy dimple dams if I trust them and I know they want to eat pussy. I also use protection with this.
And what's next?
Sex workers don't give away their secrets. So if you want to come see a sex worker, you should just go see a sex worker. But I also keep myself. I take prep.
Sex
to-
worker need have the license?
Not
for sex
in the
worker?
Netherlands, not right now. The requirements to work in the Netherlands, you have to register under a certain tax number, and then you have to have a Dutch bank account.
Yeah.
You have to have health insurance, and you have to go through an interview process to work in the window.
Like you need to do some blood test?
There's no blood test for sex workers. That would be highly inappropriate, actually. The thing is, you don't want to discriminate between people who have HIV. That would be the last thing you want to do.
哦，所以他们真的
There
很
are
平
people-
权。
And here in Amsterdam, we're very, very lucky to have sex workers have a health center. Very easy access to PrEP. Sex workers are actually the most conscious around STDs and STIs. And people are always like, you're spreaders, you're dirty. And I'm like,
No, you are the...
You are the first clean.
Yeah.
And so many people think the gay have HIV, but the gay is a more
Know how to eat
knowledge
PrEP.
about the protect
From
the HIV.
HIV.
They know how to use the medicine. 他有没有什么特别让他印象最深刻的经历？
the most rewarding thing from this job is like having a good session with somebody and they're leaving with a smile on their face. Like being able to give somebody a really good sexual experience. Primarily it's about making you money, right? That's number one. But when you are able to, when someone walks away being like, wow, that was really great. That's really nice too. Yeah.
Have any customer like a mirror?
Oh yeah. Because like usually one of my boundaries during sex with a customer, I don't look at them in the eyes. So I don't kiss because it's very intimate.
灵魂之窗啦。
You will energy exchange.
It's like I don't fall in love with clients.
If the customer is me, you can kiss me.
Aww.
Really?
Yeah, I kiss you.
You can...
We can kiss you. Mwah.
就是说，在用嘴巴帮客人服务的时候，那客人要戴保险套。他说这个是法规要求。
So in Amsterdam, you can't work from home as an escort. So what clients will do is they'll go on, they'll make a fake profile on the internet. They'll come to your home and then you get a knock on the door and you think, oh yeah, my client's here, but it's like 2 cops, 2 social workers.
在台湾我们常见这种楼凤的做法是不行的。
People who are working in the windows, we all pay 21% tax.
21%好高哦。
It's high.
可以问他说，他们这边的性向都是全部都是异性恋，还他们其实也很多，大部分都是同性恋。
One of the things that I was really shocked about when I came to Amsterdam for the first time and saw the windows, I was like, oh, everybody's so heterosexual. And I think that I would love to see more like really raunchy queer sex workers in Amsterdam. Before I leave, I want that to be a goal. I want to see more queers in the windows.
因为我相信一定有很多
想做的，我们没有鼓励，但是我们要保护真的有想要做这种职业的人。Maybe he is alone, maybe he don't have a family, he doesn't know any information. Maybe come from here.
And what after like you doing the service?
I usually lay a towel down on the bed, so I usually will put the towel in the laundry and I'll get a new towel. If there's a mess on the window, I clean the mirror. I like to wash a little bit myself, especially if I have a customer and I'm like, I want this energy off of me.
Just refresh yourself.
Refreshing myself, my own mentality.
The light can change the color.
Yeah, so if you turn this on,
哦，所以你走上来这阶梯的时候，你就会感觉到那个氛围的。
the light over the bed can be off.
This one is a fancy.
You know, again, when you enter the brothel, in some ways, like this otherworldly.
他很注重这些，就是整个氛围的打理。
Quality. So I like your style.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like your taste.
Everybody has their own thing. You have your own thing, obviously. I think a lot of people would like your thing.
She can be a good worker
Yes,
here.
of course. I think anybody can be a sex worker.
So how many days do you in service?
I usually do 3 days a week. But I'm very privileged. I also have an education, a bachelor's degree. For me, other opportunities for work exist. I choose to do sex work, but I'm also only providing for myself. And sometimes in my community, a lot of workers are mothers, a lot of workers are children. So sex work provides education, it provides food for children, it provides medication for elderly parents, it provides rent for elderly parents. A lot of people send their money elsewhere. It's coming here, but they're providing for families.
所以钱也说钱本来就很重要。You don't have the money, you can do anything. But you have the money, you can try to do anything become true, right? Take money have so many different ways, but I choose this way. You have to respect me. It's not the wrong or right. Just a job.
还有什么小法
Is
宝
it your makeup?
This is my makeup.
I like
It's
the
really
makeup.
ratty. Oh, but it's really ratty in here. So I have Cookie Mueller. This is an actress in John Waters films, and this is like parts of her life. This is a really cool book. It's really crazy. And then this is it's in history. So it's sex workers, prostitution in Western society. So I like to read this, and it has like some really cool photos of I think this might be in Amsterdam, but there's like sex workers historically.
Wow, very sexy. I like.
This is my makeup. Let's see. I also have in here this. I feel like compared to you, I must have like low class makeup.
But it's okay because I like it. I have so many different makeup.
But my favorite thing that I like to use, I always put like the little dots underneath my eyes. This is like my little thing.
You can taste on my eye.
You want me to test on your eye?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
This is my secret. I use the lipstick for it or a lip liner to do these dots. Alright, I usually just do this. Oh no, I'm
可以
scared.
上班喽。
I just do a little dot here and a little dot here. And that's it. It's very simple.
可以耶，是不同的感觉。红灯区有红灯感。I like it.
Hair gel.
I see the brush.
That brush, this is a drugstore brush. It's nothing, but I like putting glitter always. You can see I wear a lot
Contour.
there's a lot of glitter on my cheekbones and here. This is something different. This is essential oil. Really like wearing clove. You can smell it. What I wear.
它是有点香料。
幸运草吗？
And I have my
Wow. Can change together later. Oh, I
You can
like
wear
this.
I'll put it on you.
Ooh, extra
Little
style.
gloves for you.
Oh, I like. Oh, 这个就是 Kit Kat 进入 Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
We went to the Kit Kat before.
Amazing. And then little undies. But
Yes.
for me, the important thing is to wear something that's sexy but comfortable. What I usually do is I don't usually wear this downstairs anymore, but I like having like little atmospheres. So I like putting it kind of like on the end of the bed.
Decoration.
Like decoration. Because I realize when I wear the domination gear downstairs, not everybody likes it. So I kind of just leave it here.
I know this one. I can put in here.
Yeah.
They put in here. This one is a fake.
For girls,
Yes,
one
yeah.
like that.
我穿过呀。I wore this one in the San Francisco Gay Pride.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
还有干别人吗？
没有，因为我的软蛮软的。我的那时候上面有很多亮的。I put some the fake diamond.
Oh, amazing. That's great. I love that.
那你觉得上面怎么样？
比我想象中要好多了，至少比较干净的感觉，不是好像那种很脏乱那种感觉。然后没想到它床这么小，
是你的话，你会选择大点的床来服务客人，对吧？
我就不可能去做这种事情。
那你觉得在这边工作的人，你有什么话跟他们说的？
我觉得还不错啊，至少人家管制这种红灯区有一个法律上面的规定，希望他们都能够过得很幸福快乐。
因为我们今天的新工作者 Candy 她累了，所以我们明天再穿上我们的 outfit， 然后回来找她。然后那个老板呢都是同志，所以是有同志来管理这些的红灯区。
那就是等之后，明天再来。
对，明天再来。跟我们受访的 Candy 啊，基本上她就是酷儿，一个很典型的酷儿，包括她的穿着打扮，还有身材，还有她不除毛这件事，她完全不除毛哦。
酷儿的群体，他们重视的是自然嘛，包括有体毛啊，或者是说你的身材是怎么样，那
就是怎么样，
对，你就是怎么样，所以并不会特别刻意去做一些改变或美容修饰。他对于这种性别身份上的那个概念上面，如果大家有自己的认同，其实应该还是
他比较属于就是 gay 啦，或者是同性恋那边。
酷儿在光谱上面也是属于就是多元族群的一块啊。
多元关系、多元成家。
其实他刚刚在描述各种状态的时候，他会尽量
用最没有歧视的那个字，
对他都会尽量去用一些就是比较带有明确的那种意向性，或者是说有明确的一个价值判断的字眼，他都用中性的字来描述。他对他自己的描述倒没有，因为就是说对他来讲，他其实更在乎的是整体社会应该要能够尽量能够做到真正的平等。
哇，这个优质的创作者就赶快去 follow 他哦！你有发现其他更具爆红潜力的影片吗？赶快投稿给达人秀吧！点 下方观看更多有趣内容。